Yo, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul. Shout out to everybody, man. It's 12 noon, October the 29th, 2021. Shout out to you. We live. Shout out to everybody, man. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Please hit the like button when you come in. Share this link. Let me check the futures real quick. Let's do that. You know, we always do that. All right, so we got the Dow futures are up 43, S&P 500 futures are down 2, NASDAQ futures down 22, and the Russell 2000 futures are up 3. All right, so what's up, man? Shout out to everybody, man. Hope everybody is doing well and taking care of your business. We here, we live. Thanks for coming through. Just shout out to everybody, man. Today is Friday. Today's Friday, end of the week. Weekend coming up. Got a couple baseball tournaments to do with my son. We're going to be taking care of that. Hopefully, if it don't rain. What else? Subscribe to my Patreon channel. Let me put that link up. Let me get that Patreon link up. Download the Patreon app on your phone. Download the app, and we can communicate. If you want to speak to me on a one-on-one, we can set that up too, man. What's up, Sonny D? Quadrex by Teen, everybody here. Marino, I see you. Stizzy. Carlos S., do you do calls only, or do you have to subscribe to Patreon? No. We could do calls. Send me a if you want to talk to me on a one-on-one, you can send me an email at thepodcastwithsoul@gmail.com. You can send me an email at astigmatisminmysoul@gmail.com. But better to be thepodcastwithsoul@gmail.com. And, we could work something out, and we'll get that going. But we can, if you want to do it through the Patreon, the reason it's good the reason it is good to do it through the Patreon is when you sign up for the Patreon, you get all of the content that I put up over there, and you get to speak to me. But if you don't want to sign up for the Patreon, send me an email and we can get it going. You know, I was having a conversation last night, and the person is younger than me, and excuse me, we got to stop. We have to stop making excuses. Well, let me keep it on me. For a long time in my life, especially during my years where I was getting high, when I was using drugs, when I was smoking a lot of weed and drinking, using cocaine and other drugs, I blamed everything and everybody else for the results that were unfolding in my life. I blamed everybody else for my circumstance. And I wouldn't dare blame me. I mean, I hadn't even considered that. I didn't even know that was even possible. Right? I was so dead locked in on it was everybody else's fault. I blamed everybody. I blamed my childhood. I blamed my mother. I blamed my mother and father. I blamed, that I was black. I blamed America. I blamed Margaret Thatcher. I blamed everybody but me. And what that came down to is, man, is that like I had no accountability. I had no accountability. I had no self accountability, And it wasn't until I got to the point to where, like, when you're faced with yourself and you're faced with your circumstance, and you 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 know you you're with yourself and you're just not happy with yourself. You're not happy with your life. You're not happy with your existence. And looking at yourself, that you not doing the best that you could do. You know for a fact. You can't front on it no more. And it's not until you get there. It was not until I got there. I'm going to keep it on me because I don't know about you. That I realized that I was the problem, right? I realized that I was responsible for what was happening in my life. That I was responsible for my life being stuck, And at this time, I'm in my early 20s, and I don't understand the mental game like how I understand it now, but, eventually, I got clean. And then as I got clean, my mind began to clear up, and I began to look at, what part I was playing. And that really I was choosing the life that I was living. I was making a conscious choice of the life to live the kind of life that I was living. And when I talk to people and I hear them making excuses about this or about that, I just listen. And I let them just keep talking. And then, at some point, if they ask for my opinion or for, some input or some feedback from me, I'll immediately begin to point out to them how they're playing the major starring role in their life. We all are. We're the studio, we're the cameraman, we're the starring actors, we're the extras, we're the co-stars, we're the directors, we're the grip, we're the editing room, we're everybody. And, that is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. And it's in my best interest, man. It's in my best interest for me to take responsibility for my life, man. I can't blame something that happened to somebody else as why, I'm fucked up. I just can't. I did that. And, as in the case for my people, man, Black Americans, and I'm exclusively singling us out, I'm not talking about Blacks from Africa that come here, or Jamaicans from Jamaica that come here, or Haitians that come here, or Dominicans or Cubans or wherever. I'm talking about the Blacks that are the descendants of the slaves that were brought here, mainly to the South. I hear it over and over and over and over again how, this situation is the reason why in 2022 I'm fucked up, you know. You know, but no one wants to look at the anger, right? That's holding you back, right? The shame that's holding you back. You're ashamed of your history. You're ashamed of your color. You're ashamed of your race because you were in slavery. You wear a badge of shame, a self-imposed badge. Um, the self-hatred, the self-loathing, and the self-rejection, the low self-esteem, and how I know is because I've been there. I went through all of that. I went through all of those thoughts. And you can't run from your truth, but there's no need for me to be ashamed of my truth either, right? And that's why self-acceptance is so deep, man. But I hear a lot of motherfuckers, man, be, yo, back there, man, they got us fucked up, man, this and that. But you were born in 1986, right? So you were 10 years old in 1996, and in 2000, you were 16. So you had advantages, man, way beyond anybody from the 60s, the 50s, the 70s could even dream of. You didn't have to go through that. Yes, this is a part of your history and your people did go through that, but you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. You don't know what that is like. You didn't go to segregated schools. You didn't pick cotton. You didn't not have to go to school because you had to work in the fields. You didn't do none of that. Here it is. You got all of the technologies in the world. With these things right here, you can launch an international business. Right? Not to say that I shouldn't acknowledge my history and this and that, but see, I got reference points, man. There was a lot of people that came before me that came through way harsher upbringing than I did, more restrictive, more repressive, more oppressive, and they ended up succeeding, man. So, I didn't, I can't justify my underperformance today on something that black people went through in 1827. I just can't. That's an excuse. And, a lot of times I don't want to look at the weed. I don't want to look at none of the vices that I've put on myself, that I've volunteered for as the reason why I can't make any progress. I want to blame history and stay stuck. And then I only want to communicate with people that agree with that narrative, so it can support and justify my underperformance, because they underperforming too. And I'm speaking about this in the context of my life and my race and who I am, but this goes on in European races, Asian races, all over the world, South America. Somebody has got an excuse as to what happened to somebody else back then as to reason why, they're not performing. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know, I got to look at myself and see. The thing is with me, you know, I can look at my life. I went to prison at the age of 45 here in America. I'm a descendant of the slaves. I went to federal prison at 45. I got out at 47. I did 16 months in the feds. And I got out with a felony conviction. I couldn't get a job. I was middle-aged. I was 47. And I started all over from scratch. And look at where I am today. And a lot of these people that talk this talk a lot are young people, man, in their 20s. And I out hustle them, you know. And we could even flip the other side of that coin and talk about privileged, wealthy white kids, or privileged, wealthy black kids, or just privileged, wealthy Asian kids, privileged and wealthy Spanish kids who come from these privileged households, and because they grew up with every privilege, you know, they can't accomplish anything on their own because everything was given to them. Right? So they resent that. They resent that. You know, and they look at, oh, well, I was raised like this, you know, making excuses, man. And there really is none. You know, like, you can't come to me. I can't understand any kind of excuse. I just can't. You know, I can't get any type of social program with my felony conviction. I can't. I think I can maybe vote now because I'm off paper. You know, but like, none of the things. I mean, I literally had to, I had this, this is what you see with me, what you see, I did this on my own in spite of my circumstance. You know, I did this on my own. Jason Frazier, what's up, man? Thank you for that super chat. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Shout out to Jason Frazier, man. Jason, appreciate you, man. You know, so I was a full-blown drug addict in my teens. The whole 1980s, from 1981, I started getting high in 1981 as a 12-year-old. I stopped getting high in 1990 as a 21-year-old. I was high throughout the entire 1980s. Mean drug addiction. I overcame my drug and alcohol addiction. I ain't got high in over 31 years. You know, in and out of jail, felony convictions, all of that. All of that was my fault. All of that was my mistake. You know, and I know motherfuckers will say, well, yo, there's societal influences and this and that. I can't go with that, man. You know, I make the choice. I make the choice of what I do and what I won't do. I make the choice of what I do and what I don't do. I got clean. I never got high again. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't sniff blow. I don't smoke dust no more. I don't smoke crack no more. I don't take strip off of mescaline no more. I don't use any drugs. You know why? Because I know that what it does to me, man. I know what it does to my life, and I can't say, oh, you know what I'm saying? They bring it in here. They bring it here in the country, you know, so, you know, niggas fuck. Nah, I chose to pick it up. That's like fat people. Yo, I can't, you know, there's too many fast food restaurants out here, man. There's too many, you know. No, nigga, you choosing to eat that. That's a choice. That's a conscious choice for you to go get you a pack of Twinkies, a big gulp at 7-Eleven with a glazed donut and don't work out. That's you. That's you choosing that. You know, I got to be accountable. You know, I stopped getting high I went back to school and I worked hard, man. I worked hard, you know. B. Atkins, what's up, man? Shout out with B. Atkins, man. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Got that motherfucking fed look. You know, I'm 52 years old and I out hustle all of y'all, man. All of y'all. I don't get no Section 8. I don't even qualify. I don't think I qualify for no government programs with a felony. I can't get a student loan and none of that stuff. But I don't give a fuck about that. So what? So what? So what? So what? None of that means anything to me, man. And if anything, if I'm going to be blaming my past and my ancestors and the slavery on anything, I'm going to be using it to talk about how strong I am as a result. That all of that strength that those slaves had to go through, that my people had to go through to just survive, all of that is in me. And for that, I have to hustle hard because I have to make these people proud of what I'm doing today because they didn't have the opportunities, man. They didn't. Y'all saw the post I put on my mother. My mother's picked cotton for 75 cents a day as a little girl. Could you imagine that, man? In Georgia, could you imagine how hot it was out there, man? And on both sides of my family, my father's side from South Carolina, they all say the same thing, man. Picking potatoes and picking peas and picking cotton and plowing mules and all of that, picking tomatoes and, you know, waking up and going to fields from 5:30 in the morning until 8:30, then walk to school, go to school, then come home and go straight back into the fields from 4 o'clock to 7:30, 8 o'clock every day. You know, no plumbing, got an outhouse, no electricity, no television. You know, you had to use lamps. You know, and this is I'm speaking about me and my story, my history, but this is prevalent throughout the world. You go into some Eastern European countries, man, where they're real poor, Serbia, Bosnia, you know, Chechnya, even up to this day, man, certain parts of India, Vietnam, you know, these people, China, they don't have nowhere near the accessibility to modern technology, man, or none of this. And maybe that's why they're stronger people, because they're not, you know, they're not sidetracked or distracted by this stuff, man. But, you know, you can make all the excuses you want, man. You know, there really are no excuses, man. B. Atkins, personal accountability. What's in the soil is in the fruit. Environment is important. Yeah. Yeah. You know, what happens to us in our childhoods, you know, y'all hear me say this a lot. George, what's up? What happens in our childhoods isn't our fault, but once we become of age, once we become an adult, you know, then what we do from that point going forward, we're responsible for. You know, and if I'm doing something wrong, I keep getting myself in bad situations, then I have to look at the part that I'm playing. I have to look at the part that I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but I just hate, it's just so weak for me to see young people, man. You motherfuckers are young, man. You in your 20s. You in your 20s, man. You got the whole world in front of you, man. You could do anything, man. You don't need to get a job. You don't need to work for nobody. You know, you have instant access to people. With these two phones right here, I got instant access to all of you guys. I got instant access to over 5,000 people on my Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram at Sean G, at Gunby Publishing. I don't got to go to nobody say, yo, put this video out for me. I go right to y'all. I go right to y'all. I need this stock to go up, man. I got to get out of this position, man. Come back up for me, man. Let me get out of here. Let me cut my losses and get out of here. You know, and if this pandemic showed you anything, if I've learned anything over the last 23 months, is that anything can happen to anybody. Look at the people that had just maybe invested in a restaurant in 2019. People that had invested $300,000-$400,000 in their small business in 2019. And then 2020, the whole planet is locked down. They lost everything. You know, and it wasn't based upon your religion, your race, your color, where you were from. This was all over the world. And what this should have showed, what it showed me was who's gonna be the most resourceful. Who's got that fight in them? You know, who's got that fight in them to come back? You know, and it pretty much was a reset to start over. Let's all start over. The futures have turned up now. Dow futures are up 99. S&Ps are up 6. NASDAQs are up 18. And the small caps are up 1. I need them up more. So, you know, I don't know, man. Then I ended up, you know, I went to real estate school. I went back, after I got clean, I went to rehab, got clean, went back, finished up my degree. After that, got into some more trouble. My fault, trying to sell drugs after I got clean. Got through that, got my master's degree, got a job in the corporate world with a felony conviction, did well. Left that, started my own business in 1999. And I never looked back. And for the last 22 years, I've been an entrepreneur. I work for myself. I haven't worked for nobody. I taught at a couple of local community colleges here in New Jersey. I taught pre-algebra. Contender Boxing, man. Shout out to Contender Boxing, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul. Thank you for that super chat, Contender. I taught pre-algebra at Passaic County College in Paterson, Essex County College in Newark, and Bergen Community College in Paramus. Those are the only W-2s that I got. You know, I went back to the golf course, started caddying again at the golf course with 2 degrees because I had to make it work. I had to make it work some kind of way. And you know, then I started my tax business. I got my real estate license. And I just hustled all the way up until I fucked that up. I blew that up and lost everything there. And went to prison, got out of jail at 47. Got out of prison at 47. And I'm 52 now, and I look great. I take care of myself. I work for myself. And you guys say you can't do it. What the fuck is that? What is that? Some of y'all won't even go get a job. Some of y'all just lazy, man. I'm talking to all of y'all, man. I'm talking to all of y'all. That young generation, all races, all nationalities, all creeds. I'm talking to all of y'all. Y'all just lazy. That's why you can never compete with me, because number one, I take care of my physical health. I'm probably in better shape than most of you, or just as good a shape. But I got wisdom and reference points from the 1970s to when there was no cell phone. There was no cable TV. There was only a home telephone. You know, there was no internet. I remember that. You know, I remember having to, where you had to go get a job to work. A lot of y'all a lot of y'all, there really were no distractions. So, and not everybody, but a lot of y'all, man, y'all just give up and quit so easy, man. And you make excuses, man. You give up and quit, man. You give up and quit, man. You know? Y'all rather sit around and watch other people on YouTube and all these fake rappers be on private jets and drive these European cars and be around all these good. You'd rather sit back and watch them and convince yourself that you can't do that than go and make that life for you. It's possible. Come up with an idea. Come up with a plan. Come up with a plan and get to work. But sitting back blaming somebody else, man, for your problems, that's not going to get you nowhere, man. You got to get up and you got to get out here and you got to go. You got to go make it happen, man. You got to go make it happen, man. That's just it. There's no other two other ways around it, man. You got to go make it happen, man. Jameson, what up? And I talk to a lot of kids from all over the world, man. I talk to white kids. I talk to Spanish kids. I talk to kids from Africa. I talk to kids from the Caribbean. I talk to kids from Asia, from Europe. And the prevalent theme, a lot of them, y'all just not doing nothing, man. You're not doing nothing, man. And you're going to have to, at some point, I know a lot of y'all smoke weed and, I don't care what you do. You do what you want to do. I'm not here to preach to you or to chastise you about whatever it is you do. But you need to look at what it is that you're doing in your life and ask yourself, is this helping me or is this hurting me? It's that simple. And if it's helping you, you keep it. And if it's hurting you, you get rid of it. I talk to Arab kids too. Of course. I'm right here in North Jersey, man. Turkish kids, Palestinian kids, Jordanian kids, Egyptian kids. You name it. The ones that are born here, once that first generation, like the first generation, like my mother's generation, right? My mother's generation left the South. They were born in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, right? No opportunities except working in the field. right? And they only went to school when it got cold. November, December, January, February. Soon as March came and the weather got nice, there was no more school. It was back to the fields. That first generation of Black Americans moved up north, New York, New Jersey, Chicago, and some of them went out west for better opportunities. They didn't want to do that no more. When that generation got out there, they hustled. They went to work. The work ethic was crazy, right? But as more generations were born, those subsequent generations got weaker and weaker and weaker. Same thing with immigrants that come here. Korean immigrants that came here in the 1960s and 70s, the Korean kids that are born today that know nothing about the hard work of being an immigrant, that are grown up with that American ideology, are weaker than the Koreans that came here in the 60s and 70s. The Arabs that came here, the Africans that came here, the Europeans that came here in the 50s and 60s, once these kids from India, once they have kids here and these kids grow up here with that American entitlement ideology, that's why it be so much beef between the parents and the children, because the parents can't understand how you not working like how I work. And the answer is they really don't have to, because you pretty much then gave them everything. You know? So the subsequent generation always gets weaker. You understand? You know? But you gotta be able to push yourself. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Thank everybody for hitting that like button for me. I gotta take accountability for, man, why are they holding this shit down, man? I gotta get out of here, man. Shit. Yeah, so we gotta, I had to look at everything. Everything is my fault, man. When I could look at it like that, when I could take responsibility for my actions, I'm in good shape. I'm on the right track. When I'm still walking around blaming everybody and this one and that one for what's going on with me, I'm in bad shape. I'm in bad shape. So yeah, man, what's going on with y'all, man? Y'all doing all right? Everything cool with y'all? Yo, B. Atkins, what's up, man? Contender Boxing. Jason Frazier, what's up, man? Give me something to talk about, y'all. You have to get up and you have to impose your will on life, man. They got the blame thrower, Jeff. They got the blame thrower. I had it. I was just as weak as I could be, man. Jacoby, what's up, man? I see you. We got to do better, man. You got to want better for yourself. Yeah, you got to have pride, you know? But like, if you don't want more, then I guess you don't want more. Appreciate you, B. Um, but to be um, that's a bullet in the dome, man. As soon as I hear a young person talking about it's a whole different mentality to be talking about something that happened in the past versus somebody talking about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Man, that's two different mindsets. One mindset is continually looking back there, blaming and justifying why they aren't looking for tomorrow. And then you talk to that other person and they saying, man, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and then I got that right there set up, and then after I knock that out, I'm gonna go over there. They just tunnel vision like this. They can't see nothing but where they want to go. They can't see nothing but where they want to go. There ain't no excuses, man. If I can come back from what I've been through, I don't know if you can come back from your story. I don't know if you got it in you to realize your dreams and realize your potential. I ain't gonna lie to you and say, people say, yo, if I could do it, you could do it. No, I don't know that, because I don't know what kind of fight you got in you. I don't know how strong you are. I don't know how much desire you have in you. I don't know how much will you have in you. We different. So I ain't gonna say that if I could do it, you could do it. I don't know. Some of y'all might have killed yourself if you went through the stuff I went through. A lot of people might have just went and just ended it all. But if you're gonna do it, if it's gonna get done, it's gonna get done by you. If it's gonna get done, it's gonna get done by you. You know what I'm saying? I got my juice right here. I'm drinking my juice. A healthy diet is important, man. The only reason I'm able to hustle the way I hustle is because I work out 7 days a week. The only reason I'm able to look like this, if I shave this beard down, I look even younger than this. But I'm 52, man. I'm 52. I could give you 100 burpees right now. I can give you 10 sets of 25s on push-ups right now for 250. I can give you 10 sets of 30s, 300. I can give you 10 sets of 10 on pull-ups, push-ups, and dips and squats. I can give you 10 sets of 25s on squats, or 30s on squats, 300 reps. It's because I take care of me. That translates over into my work life. That translates over into my relationships. That translates over into my outlook on life. But you gotta have it in you. The one thing you gotta have is you gotta have it in you not to be a quitter. You gotta have it in you not to be a quitter. You gotta break that habit of being a quitter. That's a hard habit to break. I started being a quitter in the 7th grade. That's when I started quitting everything. I had a lot of stuff going on in my house, a lot of, and we all do. My story ain't no different. It's 8 billion stories like that. No household is perfect like Channel 2. No household. But I was smoking weed, I was hanging with the wrong crowd, and I started quitting everything. And then once I started quitting everything, it just became easier and easier to quit and not try and to give up. It becomes easier. And that almost killed me. And then I stopped quitting things. I stopped quitting stuff. And headphones came on. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it right. headphones came off. I stopped quitting stuff. And you know, I stopped quitting stuff. And then that's when my life changed, man. You know? You got to start seeing things through all the way to the end. If you start something, finish it. That's important, man. That's a contract with yourself. That's a mental contract with you. And even if you quit and don't nobody else know you quit, you know you still get the same amount of damage. It's the same amount of damage. Conversely, on the flip side of that coin, if you start something and finish it and don't nobody else know that you finished it, you know, and you get the same level of benefit as if everybody in the world know. These are relationships and conversations we have with ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, stop making excuses and go to work. Start making your life happen. And you can do it, man. You really can. You really can do it. You really can if you want to. Yo, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for hitting the like button, man. Hit that like button, man. If you came in, wipe your feet at the door, hit the like button. Shout out to my man B. Atkins. Shout out to my man Frazier. And Contender Boxing, man. Jason Frazier, what's up, man? Jason, you got something you want me to talk about, man? Contender Boxing, you got something you want me to talk about? I could try, do my best and touch on it for you. Make sure you subscribe to my Patreon channel, man. Jason Frazier, talk about sustaining the energy and positivity when you appear to have a lack of control. I'm looking to start a trucking business, but I'm terrified to lose my bread I've saved because prices are inflated. Talk about sustaining the energy and positivity when you appear to have a lack of control. Yeah, I know you don't have control over what the Fed does and the printing of money and inflation and prices going up. If prices are going up, then your fees for trucking are going to have to go up. Your delivery fees or your carrier charges are going to have to go up to the customer. I'm looking to start a trucking business, but I'm terrified to lose my bread I've saved because prices are inflated. Well, the business is only going to get started if you put that money at risk. That's it. If you don't want to put the money at risk of losing it, then you're not going to have no trucking business. If you want a trucking business and you've sat down and wrote it out and mapped it out, what you can make, you got your truck, you got all your logistics set up, you got your truck, your insurance and everything, and you've lined up with some trucking brokers, or you got a certain couple of clients that you could deal with. Jacoby, man, thank you for that super chat, man. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Give me something to talk about, Jacoby. You know, I'm gonna tell you the story about me. I was making $72,000. I had a $65,000. No, my base salary was $65,000 a year. I was 29 years old. This was in 1999. I was 30 years old. I was 30 years old in 1999, and my yearly salary was $72,000 a year, and it was going to go up from there. I had no kids, no wife, no nothing. Some people don't even make $72,000 a year now. I was doing this in 1999. But I didn't want to work for corporate America no more. I wanted my own business. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I had about $6,000 or $7,000 in the bank saved up. I had a credit card that had a $5,000 limit. And I said, I'm going to leave this and start my own business. I was 30 years old and I went broke. I thought I was going to close my first deal in the first 90 days of having my own business. It took me 18 months to close my first deal. I went broke. Had no food. I was eating loaf of bread with tap water. But I kept working on my business. I didn't quit. And here I am, 20 years later, I'm still in the game. And eventually, Jason, I went from being broke to being a millionaire. So it eventually paid off. If you're looking for an immediate payoff with a business, an entrepreneurship, you can get that shit out your mind. It happens, but it far and few in between. The more probable result is, what's up, Cedric? Peace. The more probable result is you're gonna struggle in the beginning. It takes 2 or 3 years to get your business off the ground. It takes a long time. I didn't get my first 1,000 YouTube followers on my big page. It took me a year. It took me a year to get my first 1,000 followers on my YouTube channel. Now I could put up a channel. I can get $1,000 subscribers in a month or less. I started this channel in May. I'm almost at $3,000. So, but I built this up over time. I've been doing this since 2018. So you can't be scared, Scared money don't make no money. You can't be scared, or you could be scared, but you got to do it anyway. And let that fear be what moves you and drives you to succeed, to go get more clients. You got to get clients. You got to get places that need stuff moved. You got your truck. You got to get out there and tell people you have a truck. What do you want me to move for you? This is what I'll charge you. That's it. That's it. You can't worry about what they're going to do with the Fed and the DC, with this and that. You got to get out there and you got to go. Contender boxing. If it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. If it's going to be easy, it's going to be easy. B. Atkins says, no shortcuts. The harvest takes time. Yeah. Yeah. My man Cedric Webb in the building, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul. Cedric Webb, man, give me something to talk about, man. Cedric Webb in the building, y'all. Cedric Webb in the building. Your business is not going to take off right away, man. It's just not. It's just not. The best thing I could do is tell you to plan it out, write it down, map it out. Shout out to Cedric, man. Everybody shout out Cedric Webb, man. Cedric, thank you, man. You're kind, man. Appreciate you. If I was going to start a trucking business right now, before I did it, I would go, like over here in Jersey, you go to like Jersey City. There's a lot of warehouses and trucking warehouses over in Jersey City, Kearney, Newark. I would go visit all of them. Or I would look for a truck broker. I would look for somebody in the trucking game and say, yo, who's your broker? Give me their number. And I would call that broker and say, listen, I got my own truck. I'm resigning from my job in 30 days. I'm reliable. I don't make excuses. I'm accountable for myself. I'm on time. I'll make sure I deliver the goods on time. I'll make sure I pick them up on time. I want you to consider me each time you have a new job come on the board. I want you to consider me. I would link up with like 2 or 3 truck brokers, man, and let them know that I'm ready. So the smallest amount of my money would be at risk. I mean, I'll have it lined up, you know. Cedric Webb, what motivates you the most to continue your journey as an entrepreneur? My comeback, Cedric. My comeback, man. See, my son is watching me, man. My son is watching me. Lil Sean is watching me close. Lil Sean watching me close. And one day, you know, I'm going to pass on to the next life. And he going to be here by himself. And life going to punch him in the mouth. Life going to lay him flat, just like it's laid everybody down in this chat flat. Life done punched everybody here in the mouth. Kadir, Jason Genova, J-Man, Cedric, Diaz, Courtney, Kadir, B. Atkins, Miguel, Ant, Super Sonny, Kyle, MV, Jeff. I got next D, Jacoby, Jeff Cole. Life done punched all of us in the mouth. But not all of us get up. Some of us lay down for the 10 count, for the 8 count and get counted out. Some of us get back up and get back in the fight. And you know, I'm gonna be his reference point, Cedric. He gonna remember, say, man, look at my dad when he read my books, when he watches all my videos, when I tell him my story, you know, that's gonna be in him. I'm gonna insert that into him. You know, that's a big reason. Second big reason is I got a lot of haters. I got motherfuckers that hate me, man. And every day I get up and shine, I destroy them niggas, man. I destroy them. I make them unhappy. Good. A lot of people left me for dead when I fell. Now they want to come back and get back in the fold. No, I don't want your pussy now. I wanted you to send me some money when I was in prison. I don't want pussy. I'm getting pussy over here now. No, I don't want to be your friend. I needed you to be my friend when I was in the joint, and I needed you to tell me you took Sean a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, and a dozen eggs by the house on my behalf. That's what I needed you to do. And, you know, then a lot of it now, Cedric, man, is turned into, you know, a lot of people are inspired by my story and inspired by me and the content I put out. You know, I'm really, you know, I'm a New York City calisthenics legend, man. Live, I'm living. I'm a New York City calisthenics living legend. I'm legendary for this calisthenics in New York, going to these parks. Nobody has done what I've done. I've put a bunch of people on. They've started channels. They've boosted their personal training businesses. I've helped people. I promote people on my platform a lot of times for free. You know, people DM me on my Instagram and ask me to add things to my story to promote their channel. I do it. You know, but I do that to help people because what you put out into the universe comes back to you. So I done put out all this help. I done put out all this love to these people, to a bunch of people from all over the country, all over the world. And one day, my phone is going to ring and it's going to be my turn to get put on by somebody in a position to put me on in a way bigger fashion than what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a hustler, man. I'm a competitor. I like to win. I'm a competitor. I'm a competitor. Cedric Webb, should you quit your job and start a business or work on your business on the side? And how do you know when to leave your job? Well, if you got a job and a side business, you giving neither one of them 100% of your time. So you ain't performing at your optimal at either one. Keeping a job and doing a business on the side is in my opinion, it could be looked at as smart. You start the business until it's able to take care of itself, then you leave the job. But how do you really know if the business will be able to take care of itself if you're not giving it your 300%? It could be looked at as fear. You holding on to the guaranteed sure thing, and trying to start a business on the side. Now you mad the business ain't popping, but you're not giving it your all. I don't know what to tell you to do. Like I just told a story before. I quit. I resigned from my job and threw myself all the way into my business. I resigned. I wasn't doing nothing on the side. I'm not doing nothing half-ass. I don't want the job. Fuck the job. I want the business. I want the freedom that comes with the business. I want the choices that comes with the business. I want the owning my own time that comes with owning a business. I want to own my own life that comes with owning a business. I want, Corey, what up? Oh, man. I want, I want all of that, man. All those things that come with entrepreneurship, the unlimited income potential. So I can't tell you what to do to start your business, to leave your job. And I don't know. I don't know your situation. When I started my business, I didn't have any kids. I didn't have a son. So I was able to do that. I could take those kind of chances. Appreciate you, Jerron Griffiths. Appreciate you, man. So for me, there's really, you know, I gotta be able to do my thing. Entrepreneurship's not easy. You know, and then you should know if you got a side business, you should be able to know is if this is something that can sustain me. You'll know that if whether it can or can't, you should know that immediately. What else? Cedric, what's up, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know, but you got to take a risk. At some point, you're going to have to take a risk, man. At some point, you're going to have to take a shot, man. At some point, you're going to have to take a shot at it. But remember, there's no excuses, man. There's no excuses. If you're going to make your life what you want it to be, it's going to be all on you. Jacoby, what's up, man? What's going on with you? My man Jacoby in the building. Did y'all check out the new video I put up this morning, man? Shout out to the person that gave me a thumbs down, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button, man. Hit that like button, man. If you ain't hit it, please hit it for me, man. What else is going on, y'all? Cedric, what's up? You still there? Give me something else, Cedric. I need something else, man. Let's get deep. Jason Genova, what's up, man? I see you. Ricardo, what up, man? A lot of entrepreneurs in the house. How has the beer virus changed our economy and jobs moving forward, in your opinion? How has the beer virus changed our economy and jobs moving forward, in your opinion? Well, it changed everybody's thinking, man. It changed everybody's thinking, man, in a huge way. You got so many people thinking so many different things about the way things are now and how they're going to be and where they're going to go. You never really can tell, man. You know, right from the door. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Take me off your call list, man. Appreciate you. All right, thank you, man. You know, right from the door, we supposed to have rebelled right from the door, but that didn't happen. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, man. You know, my opinion. What's my opinion? You know what, man? I wake up every day and I keep hustling as if it don't even exist, man. You know, rather than staying stuck and frozen and not moving. And then one day it does change and everything does revert back to the way that it was, the new normal or the normal. And if I didn't do anything, now I'm just getting started when it's reverted back. I done jerked off 2 years. So I look at it like as long as I'm continuing to move and we're not really sure which way it's going to go, if it reverts back, I'm in better shape because I kept moving. And if it goes some other way, I'm still all right because I've kept moving. Thing is just to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? It's changed everything, man. Yeah, states like Florida and Texas, you know, those states, they rocking, man. Oklahoma, a lot of those southern states that haven't, you know, Georgia, a lot of them still moving, still rocking. Unemployment numbers are best in the nation. You know, new business startups are best in the nation. You look in Texas and Florida, you know. These other states where everything got real super restrictive, the numbers are bad, man. You know, we gotta you gotta keep moving, man. We gotta keep moving. By all means. Keep moving. What else is going on with y'all? What else is going on? All right, y'all. I'm good, man. I'm gonna get off of here. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all your Cedric Webb starting out. Should you manage your own books or use an accountant? You got to manage your own in the beginning. You don't got enough money to get an accountant. You don't need that. You know, I don't really ever need that because I got a accounting background, Cedric. So, you know, you can't really listen to me. I got an accounting degree. I got a master's in finance. So I'm a trained accountant. So I can keep my books. I can file my tax returns. I can do all of that. But if you're a small business, you have to teach yourself QuickBooks. You go to Office Depot or Staples or whatever it is, or you can download it online. Corey, thank you for that, man.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
Shout out to Corey, man. You keep all of your receipts for 6 months. You know, you keep them for the whole year. And then every 6 months, you sit down and you do your books for 6 months. You keep track of everything on QuickBooks. And then, you know, you can take all that stuff, all your receipts and everything to your accountant when you get your taxes done, and then they could do it. Now, if you get big, if you're getting super big and you're making enough money where you can afford to pay an accountant $3,000 a year to do your bookkeeping and file all your paper, you know, then you can do that. But if you're just starting out and you want to keep your business small, King Wayne Philly in the building, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
You know, then you can hire an accountant. But in the beginning, you don't need that. You don't need that. You can teach yourself. That's a part of entrepreneurship, right? You got to learn and teach yourself the things that you need in order to be an entrepreneur. Corey, what's up, man? King Wayne, 55 King, what's up? Give me something to talk about, man. Give me a topic, Corey. Give me a topic, Wayne. Hilltop Hustlers, man. You already know. Payday, bro. All right. Appreciate you, King Wayne. All right, man. Appreciate you. Subject, man. Thank you, man. You got it, man. Dope questions, man. Dope questions, man. Corey, what's up with you? King Wayne, give me something, man. I need another topic, man. I'm a topic monster today. Hit that like button when y'all come in here, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Boston in the building, Philly in the building. Cedric, where you from, man? What's up, y'all? What y'all got going on for the weekend, man? King D. Wayne, man, just treat people right. I was devil, God bless me with your rap. I'm 52 like you, no topic, just treat people fair. Hilltop. King Wayne, treat people fair. Tampa, Florida in the building. What is that? That's what county is Tampa? That's not Hillsborough County, is it? Is Tampa Hillsborough County? My man King Wayne said, just treat people right. I was the devil. God bless me with your rap. I'm 52 like you, no topic. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A lot of us older dudes, man, we've lived that bad life and we know that it's easier treating people right. Doing the right things for the right reason, man. Because we done did the wrong thing for so long, we know it's better to do it the other way. Hilltop. Steady B. Hilltop Hustlers. That Sean's teacher keeps sending me messages. I guess they doing something with some pumpkin picking or something. Corey, how do you deal with the stigma from loved ones when you've chosen to take that risk and everyone seems to think you're making a huge mistake? In a similar situation right now, I'm making moves. St. Petersburg, how do you deal with the stigma from loved ones when you choose to take that risk and everyone seems to think you're making a huge mistake? Well, first of all, look at everybody that's judging you. All those loved ones that are judging you. Have any of them ever done what you're trying to do? Probably not. Are any of them as talented as you are? Probably not. Are any of them as smart as you are? Probably not. Look at all of them and look at their self-esteem. Look at all of them and look at their confidence. Look at all of them and look at what they got going on in their life. Look at all of them and listen to their minds, what they talk about coming out of their mouth. And if none of them can touch you, then why would you even listen to them? Number one. Number two, fuck them. They're not, this your life. You know what I'm saying? And quit telling them what you're going to do and just do it. You got to always look. If I fix washing machines, appreciate you, King Wayne. I will, man. If I fix washing machines, that's what I do. I fix washing machines. Why would I listen to a dude that delivers beer tell me how to fix a certain washing machine? Why? Nigga, what? You deliver bit? You know about washing machines? No. What you know about? You know about beer, delivering beer and sodas and shit, right? So why would I even listen to him? If I fix washing machines, why would I listen to a wide receiver from the Chicago Bears? For what? He don't know nothing about, I don't care if he got a lot, he don't know nothing about fixing washing machines. So why would I listen to him about telling me how to fix this particular washing machine? You got to look at from where it's coming from. Look at it from where it's coming from. If you done already mapped it out, you done looked at your situation, you got it down, you know what I'm saying? You know what you want. It's your life. If you fail, it's on you. If you succeed, it's on you. They saying that now, but watch if you do the business and it take off. And in 13 months, you be worth $200,000. You know what they gonna say? Hey, yo, Corey, man, I knew you could do it, man. Man, I knew you could do it, man. I was with you the whole time, man. I always knew you could do it. Let me borrow $1,000. That's what they gonna say. That's what they gonna say. If you take off and you start winning, they're gonna want to borrow some money. Period. King Wayne, what up, man? Have a good weekend, man. Finna go on your 5-mile bike ride. I see you, man. 52 years old, man. Fit over 50. You don't listen to what nobody else got to say. That's your dream. Family members are they'll blow out your candle, man. They're dream killers, man. Stay away from the dream killers. Stay away from the dream killers. Family, friends, girl, lady, wife, it don't matter. If they're a dream killer, man, get away from them. Right. Why would I go to an Italian restaurant and want some shrimp fried rice with lo mein, some Chinese shrimp fried rice? No. I'm not gonna go to a halal restaurant, right? Or Mediterranean restaurant trying to get some soul food. No, you focus on people that are doing what you're doing. Talk to other entrepreneurs. You got it, Corey. Talk to other entrepreneurs like you that are doing what you're doing and get encouragement from them. Don't listen to no dumbass family members. Them niggas ain't about nothing. They don't want shit. Look at their life. Appreciate you, Corey.
I said
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
You do your thing, man. Relaskin, what's up, man? I see you. A lot of times you be wanting approval and acceptance and other people's blessings, especially when we go to our mothers and fathers. We want them to bless what we do. But sometimes they don't be right. Sometimes they don't know what they talking about. You know? What's that saying? A drunk man has an honest tongue. Or there's a military thing like this, right? You don't take orders from a general. What is it? I don't know about that one. If a man is super drunk, but he's telling you what's right, you got to overlook the fact that he's drunk and look, he's telling me the right thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, don't worry about that, King Wayne. Got it? Yeah, man. If a PhD, if a man with a PhD at Harvard is telling you that 2 + 2 is 5, you got to overlook. But look at where he went to school. Look at where he got his degree from. Yeah, but what he's telling me is wrong as a motherfucker, man. I can't listen to that. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. Let me get up out of here. Get ready to get my weekend started. Shout out to everybody, man, that came through. Shout out to everybody that supported today. I appreciate y'all. If you want to get this hat, man, go on my website, gunbypublishing.bigcartel.com. It's going to be that season pretty soon. I got these hats. Hats is nice and warm, comfy. I don't know if I'm going to get down tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I might go live tomorrow. Where the chalk at? I might go live tomorrow and Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know. But just be on the lookout, man. If I do go live, it's usually, I won't go live tomorrow because Sean them got a baseball game unless it rain. They'll be playing baseball. He'll be playing baseball all day tomorrow. I probably won't go tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, unless it's late in the afternoon. So be on the lookout, man. Everybody enjoy your weekend, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. Sean, what's up?
Stigmatism, man, what's up? Do anything.
Hey, yo, Tony, man, I see you back there behind the tree, man. I see you, man.
Stigmatism in my soul.
Okay. You got it, man?
Do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
You sure?
Put your mind to it. Do anything.
But what if it's hard, though, man?
If it's hard, it's gonna be hard. If it's easy, it's gonna be easy. It's all about what you think.
Okay, I can dig that. I love you, Sean.
Me too.
Stigmatism in my soul, man. Window cleaner with soul. You see it, you hear it.
Dopest channel.
Dopest channel on YouTube.
You hear it.